Dhamma Nila Pujaya Asasana, Nusetia Lilo, Inisa Dialo, Unisura Chandra Chicha, Dhamma Chandra Chicha. Chandra Lucenai, Chandra Lucia. The Chandra Lucina Puguri, looking at the Jaya, Mari Lesa, there was some.
Yesterday, Sarah started teaching the Dhamma, but it was just an introduction. Now today, Sarah would like to start the main Dhamma talk. So, as for all the human beings, we all like to have this. Not every one of us like to have this. And what we want to have this is, we do want a distinguished real happiness or real bliss. To attain that, we needed to do some of the things. What are they? Sarah will explain to you.
Chandra Chicha Lilo, Chandra Yaji, Java, Nambia Gong, Aloha Jina, Oro, Ovi, Javalo, Chandra Lucia, Aloha Jina, Ovi Puku, Duva, Inu. Immediately, we are Chandra Chandra and John Lama, Tokyo, we are there from the important area, keep it up. Lanza, you
Sarah explained that every one of us like to have a real, distinguished bliss or happiness in life. And how to attain that? There, at one time in this world, there was an incomparable person as horizon. But as that leader does not exist in this world nowadays. As for all the human beings, however we like this distinguished happiness or bliss, but we don't know how to do it. And that's why Sarah explained that the method or the teaching, because of the doubt on that teaching, it is almost becoming faint.
The channel children is really new issue. Deep channel, deep channels. Channels get on what he need now. The new knowledge, the new knowledge, the new Agubala, that is the issues that is Shabula and Saudi Gilea, Chandra to take away. Either the tower, who Chandra is a Chandra. Chandra to the Garo, who Lucy are really so geniality. Chandra is very so Children Lucy, very new.
When it comes to the term of happiness or bliss, there is only two kinds. That is bodily bliss and mental bliss. So for the first kind is it confined to the comfortable life, because we all have learned to attain certain kind of educational level. So you are endowed with worldly wealth. Because of the comfortable life, we feel quite comfortable for our body. But it is more important for all of us to have a mental bliss. So Sarah appreciates this mental bliss, and just by attaining the object of the materiality, it is not there enough.
Kuchanda Surahara Yoga Gene Surichi, Nagara Kuchanda Alu Delapenana Yoga Ki Kuchanda Yana Devu Yale Vedi Chanda Chanda Devu Sura Devu Sichanda Sura Leve Kusite Ayurvedi Nijana Sa Chipi Yara Nikomili Nangamili, Nangamili, Yada Gamili, Tiki Gamili, Siku Gamili, and the other Sichana, the Lubia, Nali Chava. There will be any channel, Video from Dilo from the channel. Any channel will get Chinji Video. Eda Yamu Yara Mizushi, Alien, Nibuya, Eda, Chinkune, Kumyara, Kumyara, Video, Kumyara, Dilo, Kumyara,
So Sarah explained that most of the people in this world, if we are well-to-do, if we are in good health and no illnesses, then we feel that we have a bliss in our body. And as for our mental happiness, mind happiness, from the sense object, from seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, then whenever we encounter with good object from the sense of seeing, hearing, touching, etc., then we think these are the things that will conduce our mind to have bliss in ourselves. Because we thought these objects, by giving us the bliss in us, it is not a complete or a pure bliss. Because by falling so, or if we are pursuing these pleasantness, then these pleasantness at one time will make you dangerously good, and sometimes it will be really good. So that's why it will make you dangerous, and at one time you may feel it.
Yaluja, the gay Kuchana, Sichana, Yaluja Pukuliha, a Chana, Yaluja, looking loaded is she which he did, she or no. But he looking at the Yellow Palido, Korea, Korea, looking at the Chanda, looking at the Nadia. Now you know, looking at the do a change car, you don't go loyal. A change you loyal, you don't know loyal.
So, in accordance with Buddha's wishes, if we want to achieve a bliss, real bliss, there are things we needed to do. It is a must that we must do. That in turn is Sarah says it is called as Kriya. These are the works we needed to be done. So only in that way we will attain a distinguished bliss in ourselves. So these, to attain these, we have to walk. That walk, we should do it regularly. We must do it in time, and we must do it always in time, and it must be done regularly. So what we needed to do is, if we are going to walk to achieve the real bliss, then we cannot do with things that are dirty. So it must be clean and pure. So by doing this clean and pure walk, then we can enable our life to be clean and pure.
အဲ့ဒီအရာတွေကတော့ဖြူစင်တန်ရှင်းရမယ့်အရာတွေကတော့ကောင်းမှုတွေပါပဲကောင်းတဲ့မှုတွေဟိုရပါပဲအပြည့်ပြည့်ပြီးတော့ကောင်းမှုတဲ့အရာတွေမှန်သမျှဆိုရင်ရုပ်ထက်တဲ့အရာတွေပြီးဆုံးရုပ်ထက်တဲ့အရာတွေမှန်ကြည့်ပြီးတော့လုပ်ပြီးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ချမ်းသာမှုမျိုးမျိုးလို့ချမ်းသာမှုကတော့လောကကလိုက်တာ
So to walk this pure path, then what are the things we needed to do is all the meritorious work we have to do. These meritorious works mean they are faultless and blameless and they are clean. So if we are doing these faultless and blameless or the meritorious works, then although we don't aim to get the result, because you have done the work, the result will ensue automatically.
Chanda Dulu Palido Sukha Vipaka so Nyama Dane solution of Tukha Vipaka so Tukha Chanda Vipa Sukha
Sukha Vipaka.
What to cover to Chanaji Bali.
Sarah explained that is done in term in Pali is Sukha Vipaka. Sukha means it is, some explain in English as happiness, in reality it is a bliss. So to attain that distinguished bliss, this we have to walk.
In Chanda Loloshino, looking at the Shaman, looking at it will look alone. Era will Pali clear look over.
To attain the real bliss, there are things we needed to avoid or abstain from, and there are things we needed to do it. So these do's and don'ts in Pali term is called as Kriya.
Looking at what's this about Pala Yama, people say, sorry, I am not like you. Nobody together, nobody together, more together. To go on Sana, Tibet is the Womura, my mera, Medita, that Yinga, Ella, Shiji, Johnny, Ella, Chusima, Tashima, and choosing the Sina, the world, a little, Omiano, I don't call them as a Omiakri, what to.
Since we were born, we all have different characters. There are some with excessive greed, some with excessive anger, some with excessive delusion, and sometimes we are very selfish, and also we are very foolish at times too. So what are these? These are the causes for the suffering. To abstain from all these is we are doing the good works, and meritorious works. This is called as Punya and Kriya. So this is, we are doing the good works for ourselves. And that is, the whole sentence is called as Punya Kriya.
Punya, David, piece of Yamachi, you may have what piece in you, choosing the cheese that it double and look for it.
explained about the meaning of the punya, that is the meritorious works. As for our life, to clean and to purify our life, that way of work is termed as punya.
ဒီမှာလောကကြီးမှာလူသားတွေတော်တော်များများကတော့ရှင်ရင်တို့တရားနဲ့နေပြီးတော့တတိကကင်းလွတ်နေတော့ဘောလေလောကကြီးစနေကြလို့ရှိရင်လောကကြီးတိုင်းဆရှိဖြစ်တာရမှာကျင့်နိုင်ပြီဆိုလဲဒီကုန်းဆံလောကကြီးများကိုယ်နဲ့မတည့်လို့ရှိရင်လည်းပဲစိတ်ပြတ်တာစိတ်ဆိုးတာငုံတာမျိုးတော့တကယ်အမှန်တရားတွေကိုခြေကားစားပြီးတော့မသိရမမြဲတာဒါလည်းပဲဘာမှမလုပ်ရဘူး
Shara explained that in this world, almost all the human beings, we all have less of reflection with wisdom in ourselves. And also, we all have lack in sati, that is mindfulness, and also there is no wisdom. Because of those bad qualities in us, then we will be satisfied only when we want to get it, we are satisfied. If we do not get it, then we get angry. Our mind is trying to take revenge, etc. All these evil minds taking uprising in our mind are because we have failed wisdom and mindfulness.
ဒီလိုဖြစ်ရတာအားလည်းပဲအများအားဖြင့်စိတ်နဲ့စိတ်ထားတွေကိုဖြတ်မထားလို့တန်ရှင်းတဲ့ဘက်သာမြင့်စိတ်ရင်းရည်စီနဲ့တန်ရှင်းမှုများစီလို့ဆိုတော့ကောင်းတဲ့ဘက်ကိုစိတ်ရင်းရည်ပြီးတော့မထားတဲ့အတွက်ဥညွတ်ထားတဲ့အတွက်ဥတည်မထားတဲ့အတွက်ပြည့်ပြီးမထားတဲ့အတွက်ဒီဖြစ်ရတာဆိုတော့ဒီလိုခေါင်းချက်ချက်ရပါတယ်
Sarah is explaining that if we analyze this kind of mind, that means we have never invert or divert or bend our mind to be clean and pure. So that's why if we do not bend our mind to do the meritorious work, that's why our mind is not directed by the purity.
ဘုရားရထားပြီးလို့ရှိရင်ဘုရားကိုဘယ်လိုလဲပြီးတော့ပုံတော်လိုပေါ့လေလူလောက်ကိုပေးထားတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေမှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့အချိန်မရှိဘဲနဲ့ဥတီချက်မရှိဘဲနဲ့ဒီဘုရားကိုဖြောက်အောင်ပေါ့လေဖြောက်ပေးတဲ့ဒီလည်းမရှိဘဲနဲ့တော့တဲ့နေသွားနေတော့လေကာမရာသူကြီးကြောတက်ရမယ်စာကြီးကြောမှပြီးတော့မောင်းနေမောင်းလို့ဘောအဲဒီတိတ်တာခိတာနေများတယ်
So once we become as a being, once we are having life, then we just keep our mind just freely. There is no protection, there is no guardian to our mind. Therefore, there is no good aid to our mind as well. So it is somewhat like you are driving a car recklessly. If you are driving a car recklessly, then this will go here and there and you will meet with an accident. So in the same manner, if we keep our mind free, then we are in control.
ဒီကြတဲ့ဒီဘာလို့ဌာနဖြစ်စေဒီကြတဲ့ဆရာကြီးဌာနဖြစ်စေယဟန်ဒီဌာနဖြစ်စေပါလေစိတ်ထားဖြောင်းနေပြီးဖြောင်းလို့ဒီဒီနေ့ရှိနေတယ်ရှိနေတာကြာတယ်လေစိတ်ထားဖြောင်းပြုတဲ့စာပေတွေပဲလေ့လာရပါတယ်ရှင်းရပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီလိုမျိုးမရှိဘူးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့တူကိုပေါ့လေစိတ်ထားဖြောင်းအောင်ထားတတ်ပါဘူး
Sarah explained that to have an upright mind, maybe we are learning from our parents, maybe we will be learning from our teachers, or maybe we will be learning from our monks, teacher monks. And if we never study how to keep our mind upright and straightforward, and we never read about how to keep our mind straightforward and upright, and we never discuss about how to keep our mind clean and straightforward, that's why our mind will be going in a wise manner.
Choose or achieve the sickly. No job, no widow. No sickly will ever choose one, don't shut up. Then my township. Buddha, Pada, Buddha, Dada, Chacha, Pada, will never to the Vashio. Pada, my book will never to the Vashio. Do the only man, do you hear Pillar with a chair? A chair gun, do Peter Toga. Something that is something that is so, I think it's
have this basic knowledge, we needed to awaken our mind. After we have awakened our mind, we must use properly of this awakened mind. So it doesn't only confine to the people who are following the Buddhism, but it also embraces all the people in this world. Because we all are human beings, then we needed to abide to all the universal laws. That implies to all the human beings to become real human beings. That's why we needed to avoid what we have got.
You know, what's it got Balare? The word of the Mori body. Sick Chori Luciano, that he had TV, the Miyabi. To look at Akama, come out to look at Rulavida, Charlie Soluciano, Pavadoga Mohane, a chief owner of Yara. A chief said, soldier never a chief owner of Yara.
So, as for all the human beings, not only in this life, we have these kinds of evil mind in ourselves. So if we do not correct our mind while we are becoming as a human being, then in accordance with the influence of mind pollutants like greed, anger, and delusion, then we will be just following the evil pattern.
The who are children, who are being picky, so about it. The same one I look at you, the population, do not do that. Call me, no one, my Joshi, no more. Two governments, no one, she also, 2 million. Macona, it's only kill now, Kayama, Bodo, so knowledge, any population. Touching the Yaris, we know, Maloney, Yara. My man, everybody, no what in Kito, so we know. The county, cheese, solid, Yara. Looking at it, Jolly,
so there are some kind of concept in the human beings that we all thought that there was no previous lifetime, and after this lifetime, all finished. There is no more of becoming. So because of that concept, we will be, this kind of evil will be answering all the evil deeds, whatever they wanted to do. So for these kind of people, they are also hesitate to do all the clean and good moral conduct. So Sarah says, nowadays, especially in this world, currently we can see these kind of men.
ဒီဗုဒ္ဓမြတ်စွာကစိတ်ထားဆောင်ခြင်းတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေရောဆောင်ခြင်းတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေအတွက်ပါပါလိကျင့်နာတနာပြီးတော့ချမ်းသာကြရခြင်းအကြောင်းပါဒါလေးပဲဒါလေးသူရင်လည်းသူလုပ်ရမယ်လုပ်လို့ရှိရင်လုပ်နေကြတော့ကိုယ်လုပ်ကြည့်တော့စိတ်ထားလေးတွေပြည့်ကင်းတန်ရှင်းပြီးတော့ဖြူစင်မယ်အဲ့ဒါလို့ဆိုရင်လက်ရှိဘဝမှာလည်းပဲဒီဝိသနိုင်တဲ့ဒီလိုစိတ်ထားနိုင်တဲ့ဒီကိညာကြည့်ပြီးတော့ဒီတက်ပြီးဖြစ်နေတယ်ဆိုတာပါလေအဲ့ဒါလိုပြောထားလို့ရှိပါလေ
So in accordance with Buddha's teaching, with his enormous compassion, Buddha expounded the Dhamma to those people who have a straightforward mind, and also to those people who are not good in their mind. That's why Buddha expounded, these are the things you have to do. That means from our speech and deeds, we needed to clean or purify from our speech and deeds. So if you pursue this path, then you will become a real human being. Only by doing so, you will have the knowledge as well.
ဒီချမ်းသာလို့ရခြင်းရဲ့အကြောင်းလုံးရမယ်ဖြူစင်တန်ရှင်းတဲ့လုပ်ဒီကတော့ကျင်းကျင်းနဲ့မြတ်စွာဘုရားဟောရတာတော့သုံးအုပ်စုကိုဟောထားပါတယ်တိဒါနပုံညာနိတိလပုံညာနဲ့သုံးဘာဝနာပုံညာအဲဒီသုံးမျိုးကိုဟောထားပါတယ်
So to attain the benefits of the bliss, Buddha has expounded in three main groups. These three main groups are, number one is dana punya, that is to do charity or generosity. And second is sila punya, that is the merits by observing the morality. And the third is bhavana punya, that is to cultivate a mind.
ဒီပုံညာသုံးမျိုးထဲမှာ ဒါနပုံညာအလွယ်ဆုံးနဲ့အလွယ်ဆုံးကစပြီးပြတ်သွားတယ်မြတ်စွာဘုရားဘာဖြစ်လို့လွယ်တယ်ဆိုတော့ကိုယ်မှာပြီးစီရကန်းစီရဒီရှိစားရရပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်ပုံစံမဖြစ်ဖြစ်ပေါ်တယ်ဒီရှိလို့ရှိရင်ကိုယ်ကြီးမသုံးပဲလေဒီဘာတွေကိုလည်းပဲညပြီးတော့သုံးတဲ့နည်းပေါ့ ကိုယ်ပစ္စည်းလေးကိုယ်ဘာကိုတန်တန်နဲ့ပြေးပြီးတော့သုံးတဲ့နည်းပေါ့ပါဠိလိုဒါနပေါ့ဒီကံကြီးဆုံးတယ်ဒီကံကြီးရောသူပြီးကြရောသူရှုကြရောသူရှိဒီကံလိုရဲ့စေတနာရှိပြီးတော့ဒီကံနာညသုံးတာအဲဒါနပုံညာ
Sarah explained about the first kind, that is dana punya. That means the act of generosity or to do charity. And this practice is the easiest for the human beings. Because if you have a material thing or something to give to the others, and also you have the intention from your mind to share the goodness of you, so you share all the material things or give away with generosity. So this is easy to practice. So that means you must have a material deed, and also you must have a volition. The intention from the mind must be there, so you can practice dana punya.
ကိုယ်နဲ့စောစောပိုင်းကစကားခံရပါတယ်ပုံညာဆိုမိမိရဲ့ဘဝဖြစ်စီကိုဖြူစင်တန်ရှင်းစေတဲ့သဘောလေဒုတိယဘဝလေးဆရာတော်ဆရာရှာလို့အဲ့ဒါကြီးတက်တာပါလေဆိုတော့တနာပြီးတော့ပြေးလာလို့ရှိတယ်ပြီးတော့ဂုဏ်ကြီးရှိလို့အကျင့်စာရိတ္တကောင်းပြီးတာမျိုးလည်းရှိပါတယ်အကြောင်းတစ်ခုကြောင့်ပြေးလာမျိုးတော့ဒါနတော့ဖြစ်တတ်ပါတယ် As you Dana Beauty Solution, Dana should go to my team with you. Go and be single, my body. To a town, Dana for them, Dana should Dhamma be single now. To a town, When I'm being a look, the global of the air, I'm not going to see the jewel of my was it as an entity, but in the way it was it. And the Bulana, since I call you a little cheap or little piece of Donna over, Donna Annet on it. Mariva should be the answer, and I mean, teaching on them by our. I don't have a good piece of it. Nana, you. Hello, people. To be a conjunct and key with you, to a town of Canada. But your quality to do, Tanaya, Julia, Mamioya, Namichi, and Empire. In a lower king for it. The who owns some lower king for it. To look on, I did the who owns some lower. This soul. The keep the cheese out of it. Buddha Yakin, Buddha Panyan, Buddha civilization is Sikari. You sign a Sikari.
So, with the word Punya, there is meritorious or the good words. By doing so, we are making our life clean, pure. So, for example, if you want to do generosity or giving away, sometimes you will donate food to a needy people, or because you have seen the great good for that people, with due respect you gave your materiality for the benefit of that person. So when we are practicing dana or charity, we mustn't have attachment to the materiality that we are going to donate. And there must be no attachment at all. And also, although there's a benefits, we mustn't aim for the benefits to be accrued by doing so. And also in our mind too, our mind must be pure, and there must be no aim to get popularity to the others, and no aim to show off to others. So whether your dana, your charity is big or small, it doesn't matter. But as long as if your mind is freed from all these impurities of wanting to be popular, you want to show off that because you have this so and so, I am the only one who can give this so and so. With these thoughts, that means your mind is spoiled or covered up with drawback or greed. That means you are a selfish person. Whenever we do charity, we must do it selflessly. We mustn't concern ourselves. So in that way, if we are doing with selfishness, then you are not having a mind of the evil.
Kunya Sundana is to be done with you are really Yalishi, Chanda for the way. The better Yalishi, Chanda for the age of the body. Very sick, Harry, she doesn't hear. And then I put the you see here with Chanda was the age of the body. Later here, Yara, she Dana Kuku, Yinga, to better book to see what the Lunar City, Akama, better book Chanda City, Chama City, Sasa, City, get a midday over it. Get a midday cash over it.
Whenever a person is doing this act of generosity, we must have in mind that we want that person to be in this, and we want that person to have whatever is needed to him or her. So in that way, if we practice dana, then this is a real kusala, this is a real merit. So also you have a good mind for the bliss of that recipient, then because of your good consideration towards that recipient, that means your mind is having loving kindness towards this person. So that's why when you are doing this kind of dana, you are also having nidja or loving kindness.
This Vedanta will cause us in a Sitalia. In Nango, Chinasia Gomez Sitalia. The Russian city and Dhamma city. Nancy Mira Girochi, take the governor. Duty of Mama City and Yako Mama City. Which in Nasia, Siberia, Sisosia, Mosia, Jonah, Solution. Say, change the Bogo. Yet another secret that she only made so that you teach him a tired Bogo Solution. Town the Doga in they go Tanaka to do it from Italy, Italy. Siberia, Sisosia, and you town the Kitty Jonah. Chain training it. Kill the Doga Lego, video of Luna. But you don't do a Tashini now. The children, the Tashini is celebrating kisses. You have to done a video time. Italy, Pagori, Solution. To ride for my boy. A county, Sitari, Similar. And we are our ship. Chichi at the world. Chichi the body Agomichi in the Belma. You want to go in my Tashi, the body area, the few, we are dancing your father. The work goes out in a Tokuha, goes out to the big in the Belma. By the killer. Moody is shaking killer. You know, you came on it. The China good safety like I didn't know. We are consulting a safety in a way of color. Choosy one to safety in a way of color. Simon and Beta in the Pema. No Pema dancing with a parallel. You want to go in my trashy, what you are the Mia option. Buddha Karanam in the Pere Parama. And to get me to see culture for me.
So whenever you have the consideration for maybe a few or many people, for them you be in a good state. Then if your mind is not controlled, then you don't have that kind of mentality. So wherever your mind is directed, then because your mind is not tamed and not controlled, then whatever the condition arises, conduce you to arise, dosa, that means anger, you will develop anger instantly. But once you have constructed a mind in taming it, then you can control your mind in time. And also it won't happen wrong. That anger won't happen in your mind wrong. So that you can control and guard your mind. So because of that kind of mental attitude towards the other, not only you have controlled your defied mind in yourself, but also the good one you are looking for the others will ensue in your mind, that will crop up in your mind. That means these are the qualities that is present in noble good people. In the noble and good people, they always have a good mind, good will. So because of the good will, there is no more of anger. There is no more of wanting to take revenge. There is no more of impure mind. But instead, only one is considering for the goodness of others. As well, there will be purity of mind, and also there is a consideration for the benefits of the others. So these are the qualities that happen in good and evil people. But nowadays, in this world, these qualities are lacking in many people. In other words, they are lacking in their own personalities.
You need to see the better way to do. See that you do it. Won't you let the world get in on it? But you let the world get in on it. You may say somebody, only let the body sit really set your children at the the point, if I put up there, who use the dinner any Pogana, they were dancing your power. Who do Mavaji, Yabo Mavaji? Congress again in Mita 6 city power. The Pedapro, go to a bed. Same chicken from a sea from a Verona. That is the same who kisses it. She was here, but Shallow, and a China move. China was in a prayer. Mita and a prayer, cut your power. The Simon Mita Tarado, who did it without Kendall. China another door, yesterday, to a king or a Dana to the family, Mita could take you over there. She chosen to see. She is a looking at the woman. We that she and the other she and the money. For a level of the channel of Gina, let's say,
So whenever you are giving away your material to the others, when that person is getting what he or she is needed, then you feel very happy. You see them receive what you have given to give about. That is Konya. That is the meritorious work you are doing. If you are doing that meritorious work, at that moment, your mind is freed from hatred, anger. And not only that, you will have endurance in your mind, you will have forgiveness in your mind, and even you will reach to the point of self-sacrifice. So that means because you are rendering for the benefits of the others, your mind has these good qualities. And also, you don't want other people to be hurt or suffer because of you. And you don't want many people will suffer because of I and you. So in that way, you are also having compassion. So if you have that compassion, there is no cruelty at all. If you have that loving kindness, then there is no hatred at all. So that's why whenever one is doing this generosity, you are also adding this metta karuna, that is loving kindness and compassion, with the act of your generosity. It is somewhat like if you have an individual cleanliness or a group cleanliness, you need to have that compassion.
The consumer will not be able to see the Dinyans looked at consumer. Dinyans will you then you blame my body. But I will make what I make for them. I think you are here. That Chile could not see that you in Chile could not see that you come to yes, but that Chile could not see that you to go on and you Mundi and you will yesterday you will my mother and you will only show you the other day as well. Give me the Arana Pidin, Sasari Savisi, Sapiri, and Pidin, and Jamaica. You do your Martin and you see the road. ကိုယ့်ရဲ့အပြုအမူပေါ်မှာလည်းဒီတိုင်းပဲတရှိရင်ကြည့်တဲ့ဘုရားစိတ်ဓာတ်ပြုမှုတွေကကောင်းလို့ရမတန်ရှိတဲ့လောဘဒေါသမောဟလိုလိုက်ပြီးတော့ကိုယ်သာရခြင်းနဲ့သူများတွေပဲလုံးနေပြီမုန်းကြီးတဲ့ဒေါသတွေရစ်စစ်တဲ့ဒေါသတွေပြီးလို့ရှိရင်ဒါဆိုးကျိုးရတယ်ဆိုတော့မတည့်တဲ့စိတ်လောဆောင်ရှိဒုက္ခရောက်တဲ့ဆိုတော့ဒီစိတ်ရှိအဲ့ဒါဒီတိထားတော့မတည့်တာကြီးလောဘဒေါသမောဟလုံးကျဲရဲစက်နဲ့အပြုအမူတွေကျူတိထားတော့ရှောင်းတာရှောင်းတော့ဆိုးကျိုးရပါကောင်းတဲ့ကိုယ်လုံးစိတ်ဓာတ်ပြုရကောင်းရရတယ်ဆိုဒီစိတ်ဓာတ်ကျူတိထားတော့များသောအားဖြင့်ကောင်းတာတွေရွေးလို့တော့ကောင်းကျိုးတွေရတယ်ဆိုးကျိုးတဲ့ရဲစက်နဲ့ကိုယ်လုံးစိတ်ဓာတ်ပြုရဆိုးကျိုးရတယ်ဆိုဒီစိတ်ဓာတ်ရှိတာတော့တတ်နိုင်ဆုံးစိတ်ပြောင်းထားပြီးတော့ဒီလေးရှောင်းနဲ့ရှောင်းတော့ဆိုးကျိုးရတာတွေနဲ့ကောင်းကျိုးရတာတွေများလာမယ်အဲဒီသိစိတ်ကလည်းသိကြည့်ပါ
Whenever we are practicing punya or whenever we are doing the miraculous work, we needed to do it with knowledge. So if we are doing with knowledge, that is the best kind of practice you are doing. So whenever we are purifying speech, deeds, and from our mind, then not only you are making yourself pure, but you are also making yourself blameless from the others. Nobody can blame you because you are doing good. Because you are doing good, there is no hatred, there is no cruelty, there is no foolishness. So it is somewhat like if you are taking nourishing food. If you are taking a nourishing food, you will be in good health and you are well nourished. So in the same manner, if we are purifying our speech, deeds, and from our mind, then we will be having the effect of the purity. But instead, foolishly, if we are thinking that if we are doing the evil things, it's like you are taking the poisonous food or a bad food. Then if you are taking the poisonous food, you will be suffering from any kind of illness. But beforehand, if we have the knowledge that these are the things which are good for one, and these are the things which are not good for one, because of that knowledge, then whenever we needed to avoid things, we will be avoiding. Whatever the things which is beneficial, we will be doing. So because of avoiding the evils and doing the goods, what happened to that is that person will be achieving only the good of God.
그럼 미미 백기시 냐 백기시 와도 그리고 결국 자지고 인사를 보고라니 소리시 이 두야 자지하면 시타리 이김김 조심시고 나지야 때문에 나를 지야 교례시 때문에 저희 남녀고 진짜 어려운 시에는 너가 그렇지 않으시죠? 여자지 장지고 중요하고 중요한 편은 그리디지다 내가 유다다이파 때이지만은 유다주라가 보고 우리 바람이 예버리고 아버지 유다다이다 시험한다.
Sarah is explaining that human beings, we all are very different from the animals. So because we are very different from the animals, whether you are doing for your own self or for the others or for the community, then whatever you are going to do, this what you are going to do must be blameless. And we must consider or we must comprehend whether it is good or bad, whether it is beneficial or not beneficial. If it is beneficial, but if it is faulty, then we shouldn't do. It must be blameless and faultless, and it must be beneficial. Only if we are taking up these two groups, to practice, then it will bring only the benefits for all the human beings. Sayadaw explained that these facts not only confine to the people who are in the field of Buddhism, but it also embraces to all the humans in the world, because we all are humans.
လူသားတိုင်းဟာအဲ့လိုအခြေခံလေးသိစိတ်ဓာတ်တွေပိုင်ထားပါတယ်။ပိုင်ထားလို့ကိုယ်ပစ္စည်းကိုသူများနဲ့မျှဝေပြီးတော့သုံးဆောင်ပြီးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကိုယ်ရုပ်နဲ့မှပါရတကူဘုံဆံပါရဘူးလောကကြီးရတယ်မိတ္တပါလို့ဘုန်းကြီးတော်ကကြီးရတယ်ကျင့်နာမှုပါလို့ရေးစစ်တဲ့တော်ကကြီးမှာလည်းအဲ့ဒါကိုလုံးပုံရတယ်ကြီးပဲဖြူစင်တာလေးကြီးပဲကျူးရှိပြီးတည်တဲ့ဖြစ်နေပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့သိကောင်းတာပေါ့အဲ့ဒီသိကောင်းတဲ့နေရာမှာအကောင်းဆုံးမှာဘဝအတည်ဖြစ်တာဘဝအတည်ဖြစ်တာဥတည်ရမယ်ညာတော့ဖြစ်ပြီးဒီကလောဘအတည်ဖြစ်တော့ဆိုရင်ကိုချစ်ခင်တဲ့မိသားစုနဲ့လောဘဆုံးမလို့ဆုံးရှုံးသွားပြီနောက်တဲ့ဘဝအတည်ဖြစ်တာကိုပဲမဖြစ်တာကိုပဲကြောက်စရာကြီးတွေရှိတော့ထင်တတ်ပါတယ်
As all the human beings, we all need to have these fundamental or basic qualities. That is, we mustn't render ourselves we mustn't have selfish thoughts. That is, we will be free from the anger. If there is no anger and no hatred, then our mind will be fulfilled with loving kindness and compassion. So, based on these loving kindness and compassion, then we will be rendering whenever we are practicing any good, whether it is beneficial or not, we will comprehend in our mind. So, but better than that is we must have a main aim to reach to a point where there is no becoming in the future time. But there are people in this world, when they know that the main aim is not to become as a being, then they think it is a fragile thought or it is a fragile practice.
What is the picture where the people of the Amana is choose the Yamani? Your Baba could be doesn't have the other. The what is people solution? Who are beauty matter all of the children, the chief, the body, the battle, the little here. Dinner support. The Johnny Yurochi, Levet, Jayama, Nara, Tila or Tila. No Tila, Shila. Kushida, China, young, Piashi, the president, young. China is on China, that Tia Geology is on a Yata is a Tia. Geology is on a Dwara is a Tia. Geology is on a Leda is a Tia, which I don't want to do. Elia would German and the level. He is Dwara, the new Jimmy, and I never came in. The idea would be German. Kushi, Sissia, Timman and a book is daughter. Who could have she always in Tia and in Yama. I hope you had Tia and Pigas as the only guy to pick at the time. He doesn't dare Chituli, he doesn't care for the Lord who you had to see and who you had to see. Chaparoma and Boromia from Chicago. He could never as a Johnny. Now, never what the Yamas and a direct Joan. What if people are so dancing with a killer? Wati no challenge she Janani Bajam. Wati no challenge she Bari Jam, Bamjan. Get a common common will. A little later. Wati Pita Jaila, consider Tiana. That's why we are good. Wati Pita. What if he China, Kuresha Buddha? Kuresha Buddha, China, go. That's why they go to sing Buddha. They go, Lanjama, what if he did Lanjama? What if he did a kitty that is jumping? What if he did Lanjama? And there's a little bit who young is a machine, what did appear? W. Hello, out time charge was only on your own. In the case of not using the woman on here. What if he is where another here, who sees here, who hears here, who hears here, and one here. Here a channel. Three channel, but a great channel. Yes, of your good shop will be good hold. I would demand the theatre, any Amagachi channel. I'm just very lucky these are in a cheap home as well. Lulu, the Kuduli, Piluchena, to watch another young. Government of Ghana, the Guinea, will cheap home as well. Any channel, 20 on College Channel. 3 long College Channel, Amagachi Channel, 2 channel of Channel, who go about video calling. Kilo calling.
Concerning this point, there are some who have the understanding that not becoming is not good. So, if we extend our minds, if we are coming to understand that if there is no more of becoming, there is no more of the chain of the events of the suffering. So, once you become as a being, from time to time we are aging. From month to month, year to year, we are aging. Then not only we are aging, getting older and older, but we have to succumb to sickness at one time, and we have to deal with death. So not only that, while we are alive, because of the presence of physical body, we have to suffer body suffering. Because of our mind's presence, we have the mental suffering. Because of this physical suffering, then we all know now that even for one sit, we have lots of pain here and there. Then we want to change our body posture time and again. So supposing if you just sit all the while, if you just stand all the while, or if you just walk all the while without changing your posture too, then because of the stagnation of the blood circulation, you can meet with death as well. That's why whenever there is a presence of body, we have to suffer the body suffering. Whenever we have this mind, whatever this mind has to suffer, we have to suffer. So that's why Sayadaw is saying that even during this talk, because maybe we all have a mind, but Sayadaw is talking too long and not yet finished. So because we have this pain and so on. And not only that, but at one time or the other, we have to be separated by our loved ones, and we have to meet with sorrow, grief, and lamentation. And all these are inevitable, unavoidable. We have to meet at one time or the other. Why? Because we have this body or we have this life. So the best is not becoming. So there are some who don't like this concept of not becoming. They think it is not good. But as for the Lord Buddha, who himself has practiced, and he has achieved this bliss by not becoming anymore as a being. So because there is no more of becoming, Sayadaw asks us that when there is no becoming, what will left in us. When there is no more of becoming, there is nothing is left. No point of suffering is left. So because of we are becoming as being from one lifetime after another is because of the presence of Isa of the Parami in us. Accordingly, we have to become as a being in the great body. So only once we have achieved taking the first mega or once you become a Sattva, then it becomes a little bit less. You have not to suffer at the suffering state. But however, even Sattva, so whenever body suffering, you have to suffer. Suffer this physical thing. As for the Lord Buddha, who in himself have achieved his knowledge with his own experience and understanding, or Buddha understood those complete bliss by cessation of his body and mind is the real peace and real bliss. That's why for the benefits of all the beings, Buddha have expounded this practice. So as for us, all the human beings nowadays, we all pursue in the worldly wealth or worldly happiness. But this worldly happiness won't exist long, because at times we have to suffer as well. So these worldly bliss or happiness it is deadly good and fatally good.
You are the Dana, you are the Kriya. The Kriya, Dana Siduchi, when I'm Lord of the Moha, and you did it and Shenabolo, who we are the Sipare. We were kissing the and she will be Daha Chanda, Jay, Joshua. Chanda Brauti Chanda Yamalaya Losoro Direct Chanda Rokuruago, Ulebisi, people Yari, she like on the way. Uru Kahoni Dana Kahoni, Jubiluchi, Jubilu Lampona, no pity of work on the over somebody Saudi period. Nenam Karabe. Absolutely, Kujitia Mama Badi Arabic.
So as mentioned, if we are practicing this dana, then by doing this real dana, while we are doing so, our mind is freed from greed, anger, etc. So in that way, we are really working on this punya or real meritorious works. So this meritorious works will conduce one to attain the real bliss. Because you have fulfilled the needs of the other people or the recipient. That's why you are doing this meritorious work. So if you are doing this meritorious work, because you have this punya or good merits in you, then you are channeling or you are giving the path for your past good karma to crop up in this lifetime. And not only that, from here and after, you will have Boga Sappati, you will have wealth and property in the next lifetime as well. But these are just the bliss, but there is no conduct as to that approach.
Look at the powder top, Tautia to your lover, the Tonga to India, over King Asoka, see Tamasoka, to a Buddha Sapudi, India, near Maori, Yellow Palido, Tokyo, Chapsari, Chapchati, and I together. Punya di mana tanah punya tiga lima Daunalo Udai Yeti Una Solomon Glory type Yeti Anako. In that of Yeti, Tugunaka and Nipayo, a Chingong Hopi Bello. Nipayo King only, Lampun Dora Pare, and to go a church. The way to I wanted to live. Dana and Makita and Kito put up what I had time on it. I thought I was media two jobs I am a carry a time on Dana, the Kuditia and Power. The Power man of Funashi, Kuditia Langa put up the both Sane. You see the Mora, the Governor, a Jew, Mura, Midamapara. Karuna Mupara, Atia Mupara, Aita Ariado, Kujitia Lagamupo, Lupo Shipyard, Dana, Kujitia Lagamupo, at a project to Buga. Nene were people, Dana were people, Kujitia Lagamupo, Dana, Kuda Pasi, living in a territory and Kujitia Solar.
Buddha's teaching about 2,000 years ago, there arose a king named Asoka, and he has erected pillars, and on those pillars were inscribed the Buddha's teaching. And in that he mentioned that among those punya, among those meritorious deeds, then dana is the minor form. Although it is a minor form, to be done, if you know how to practice this dana of generosity properly, then it will enhance you to reach to the point to nirvana. So that is, it will enhance you for the path to open to reach to nirvana. So Sayadaw says, now Sayadaw is teaching the path that is to be open to reach to nirvana. Starting from this dana. In dana, there is no conduct is inclusive to the act of generosity or charity. But if there is greed, if there is anger, or if there is ulterior motive, or if there is lack of loving kindness or compassion, then these kind of practice are not good for one. Only with purity of mind, if one is practicing dana in a systematic and proper way, then that will conduce one to open the path to reach to the cessation of suffering. That's all for
Thank you.